Yehovah, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Genesis chapter 8. God remembered Noah, every living thing, and all the livestock with him in the ark. So God caused a wind to pass over the earth, and the water began to go down. Also the fountains of the deep and the windows of the sky were stopped. The rain from the sky was restrained, and the water came back from completely covering the earth. It was after 150 days that the water went down. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The water kept going down until the 10th month. On the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains were seen. After 40 days, Noah opened the window of the ark which he had built. He sent out a raven, which flew back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had gone down from the surface of the ground. But the dove found no place to rest her feet. So she returned to him in the ark, because the water still covered the whole earth. He put out his hand, took her, and brought her into him in the ark. He waited another 7 days and again sent the dove out from the ark. The dove came into him in the evening, and there in her mouth was a freshly plucked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the water had cleared from the earth. He waited yet another 7 days and sent out the dove, and she didn't return to him any more. By the first day of the first month of the 601st year, the water had dried up from off the earth. So Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and yes, the surface of the ground was dry. It was on the 27th day of the 2nd month that the earth was dry. God said to Noah, "Go out from the ark, you, your wife, your sons, and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing you have with you, birds, livestock, and every animal that creeps on the earth, so that they can swarm on the earth, be fruitful, and multiply on the earth." So Noah went out with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives. Every animal, every creeping thing, and every bird, whatever moved on the earth, according to their families, went out of the ark. Noah built an altar to Yehovah. Then he took from every clean animal and every clean bird, and he offered burnt offerings on the altar. Yehovah smelled the sweet aroma. And Yehovah said in his heart, "I will never again curse the ground because of humankind, since the imagings of a person's heart are evil from his youth, nor will I ever again destroy all the living things as I have done. So long as the earth exists, sowing time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, and day and night will not cease." How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Genesis chapter 8? We can learn some great history. Aim to live a life before Elohim that is to be remembered. Trust that Elohim caused the earth to be flooded, and it was Elohim that caused a great wind to pass over the earth, so the water would go down. Trust that Elohim has full power and control of the fountains of the deep, as well as the windows of the sky. Know that it is shown on the 17th day of the 7th month that the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Know that Noah finally opened the windows of the ark to send out birds, and finally, after 3 attempts, the dove came back with a freshly plucked olive leaf. No, by the first day of the first month of the 601st year, the water had dried up from off the earth. Then Noah removed the covering of the ark. No, it was on the 27th day of the second month that the earth was dry. Listen as Noah listened to Elohim by taking his family out of the ark, as well as everything living with him. Remember that Elohim instructs all living beings to be fruitful and multiply on the earth. Learn to build an altar of remembrance, as Noah built an altar to Yehovah. As Noah offered burnt offerings, we can offer prayers and praise and offerings that are pleasing from his perspective. Aim for your obedience to be a sweet aroma for Yehovah in his heart to bless us. Trust that Yehovah said he will never again curse the ground because of humankind. Aim for Yehovah to bless you by your faith and trust in his orders, and make your imaging of your heart to be good, functional in his sight. Pray that the earth always exists, sowing time, harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach others to obey all of the orders that Yehovah has for us to obey. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. And how can we bear one another's burdens? We can listen and obey to Elohim as an example for others to follow in your footsteps. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.